Vale.
Can you see me?
Yes,
Yes.
we can see you clearly well.
Exactly.
Ahí.
Hi, Bruce. It's a real pleasure to speak to you today.
Hey.
Tonight for us, today for you.
Can you tell us about, because for us, California, it has been for all our generation represented a dream, something incredible. And as well, Mountain View is really the Silicon Valley. It's something very, very special. It's not something unknown in the world. Can you tell us a little bit from where you come from and where you're living?
Yeah, well, Mountain View, when I was living there, it's a beautiful area. And spent a lot of time in Palo Alto, which is where Stanford is. And, but then the whole Apple Corporation, with Steve Jobs and everything, wow, it just really transformed quite a bit in the late 90s. And so much has changed. But, my wife at the time and we decided to, to look around, and she had family in Southern California, so we moved down here, and it's the desert community, which is certainly a lot different from the San Francisco Bay Area, but it has its own beauty too. It's really quite nice, actually, in a lot of ways.
But your watercolor and your circle is something I've never seen before, and even in technique and the colors, they're very bright, and the movement you use. And tell us, how do you do them? Because I suppose you do one circle, you let it dry, you wait a while till it's completely dry, you do it again, then you take a pen and you do the line. It's very, you think it just not come like this from the sky. There is a thinking to do them. Can you tell us something about these techniques? Because it is very special. I've never seen that before.
Well, thank you so much, Andres. It's really quite nice of you. I never really have a very set way of going about the particular paintings. I think it's just whatever happens to me in the moment where I'm realizing, you have to let watercolor dry to a certain extent, or whatever's taking place. If it's wet, then it's like it's going to do its thing. If you let it dry and you paint on top of it, it's going to do a certain other kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it is really a lot of experimentation, especially when I'm running the lines through it. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work. But after a while, I just get a sense for how things are working, and it is sort of a stream of consciousness.
Well, how big are they? How big are these watercolors, Bruce?
About the size of a hand. Can you see this?
Yeah, okay.
Great.
A quarter of a page.
And this one is with ink.
The black area is ink.
Is ink. We were just talking about it a few seconds ago. It's beautiful.
Bruce, what about your charcoals? I love your charcoals. What are you trying to obtain or trying to discover, or where do you want to go? Okay.
But it's really trying to develop a space. Again, it's trying to. I'm thinking about some of the images through Hubble, mm-hmm. And I don't want to paint them exactly.
No. Mm-hmm.
But I want them to have the same kind of feel, like it would somehow remind you mm-hmm. of this space. And yet, when you look at it, it's just random mark making. Mm-hmm. And I like to get the white space to be as active as a lot of the drawn marks.
No, but what I can really see is that there is a space in the background, in terms that it's not a flat surface where you intervene, mm-hmm. but this surface seems to have.
They grow in you.
They grow in you. Yeah, they're fantastic. They're very beautiful. And
I really like knowing that somebody's seeing that. wonderful.
You think about calligraphy when you do these fragile lines, these drawings around the surface of your papers? No.
No, I've never done much calligraphy.
No, not even thinking about the Oriental calligraphy or something like that.
I really enjoy the Oriental Asian calligraphy. I'm not specifically thinking about that though when I'm doing my pieces. I just like the sense of trying to find a sense of completeness. I'm actually getting to more of the large charcoal pieces right now. I'm always doing watercolors. I have a watercolor station, and I just get to it on occasion. I'm just really liking how people are appreciating what I'm doing, and it's just a wonderful to be a part of these activities. Outside the art, my sons are the best thing in my life. So. Well, I'm just building upon the art. Sometimes when you're working small, it's very, I guess, economical. I actually did some small charcoal pieces. They're very small. They're about this big.
Mm-hmm.
I just put them on wood blocks. I can run and get one if you want.
Yes, please. Wow. These are the ones that you have in the web page, or these are smaller? They're just beautiful. They're just beautiful.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Wonderful.
And so the challenge was to try to get them larger, which is not a particularly easy thing to do. I started doing these small pieces years ago. And I had 200 of them, or maybe it was 100 or 200 in my master's show. And they were very well received, but I wanted to get them larger, and I didn't quite know how to do that, where at least they had the same kind of feel. But then I little by little, I started developing a process to where I could get them up to this size. So this is what I'm working on right now. So that's a huge I guess milestone or accomplishment or something that I've been able to get to in the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm, okay. And all the little ones that are on wood blocks are this size. All the ones that we can see in your web page and all of them
Yes.
are this size. Okay. Because I thought they were a little bit larger, but they are really cute. They are really cozy, and you want to. But you get inside them very easily. Every one of them you can get inside, no matter how big they are.
Yeah, that's one thing, is that for something this small, that it implies a certain kind of vastness at the same time. So
Definitely.
Yeah, it is small, but it is huge.
Yeah, definitely yes. Yeah. Also, I suppose to work in a bigger dimension as the one that you have at the back, also requires a change of language, not completely, not a complete change of language, but you have to
Yes.
reconsider the language that you use in those that that has to be adjusted in terms that you cannot just expand the same drawing that you have in small. You cannot expand it just like that. You have to invent another strokes, another lines,
Yeah.
another surfaces, another areas, no?
Yes, it has to be reinterpreted.
Reinterpreted, that's right. So I suppose that is a challenge, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Which are your referent artists at the moment, if you have any?
Yeah, it's hard to say any one particular person. Sam Francis,
Sam Francis,
Sam
yes,
Francis.
of course.
certainly Cy Twombly.
Twombly, yeah.
Sure.
And does Los Angeles, you live near Los Angeles, don't you?
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes away.
45 minutes. Do you go often? Are you related with the city?
I'm generally in my own surroundings, but I do teach at one college, which is down in the LA area. So that gets me down there a couple of times. I'm going there tonight.
Okay.
I'll go there Wednesday night.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll go 4 days a week, which is a bit much, but.
We live by the Mediterranean Sea here in front of Palma de Mallorca, for example, more or less. So we are in the continent. We are not an island, but we are in a cape. So we are very, very much in front of us is Ibiza. Okay, Bruce. So I think it's been wonderful to speak to you, to know you a little bit closer, not only by the Facebook, which was also very nice to know you and your children also.
No, I'm just saying it's been fantastic talking with you and seeing you guys. It's just wonderful.
So thank you so much for receiving us at your home and at your studio. Very well, Bruce. So bye-bye. Big hugs.
Okay.
And see you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah.